Hello guys, Robot1 here, and today I am doing my top 5 best decks of this format for you guys. So this list is going to consist of this new ban list and going to the next set as well. So it's going to be including the ABCs, obviously, the new Zings support, the new set, the new archetypes coming out in the next set. It's going to include all of that because this format is probably going to be about another 5 months, like 5 or 6 months, like this previous format. So I thought I would include all of the different decks that would be good during these formats. So yeah, let's get straight into this with the first deck that I think is going to be at number 5. So number 5 is Zings. Now, why Zings? Well, for starters, Zings have the Metal Foes engine, and just being able to play the Metal Foes engine in Zings is a very powerful thing, because if you open at least one Metal Foes and a Zing, or at least 3 Zings, which the deck can do very frequently, then you're going to be able to make it at least a double Baxia, a Void Ogre, and make a Hope Harbinger with the Baxia, or you can make a Crystal Wing Void Ogre token, and just being able to make all of these plays in a deck like that is really good, all because of a single Metal Foes archetype. And also, the new support coming out in the Vengeance of Venom, I think it's called, with Danelong and the new counter trap of 9 branches to the Zing, is a very powerful thing. And just being able to have a counter trap that can literally destroy your own Zing to gain more pluses, and just being able to shuffle away any spell or trap card that your opponent uses, which isn't always the best thing I can agree with, but it's still really good, is really powerful. Plus, with Danelong's free effects, being a tuner synchro that can change its level, being able to search any Zing cards that it wants to when it's summoned or destroyed, is very powerful. And finally, the deck is actually very consistent as well, so there's also that. You could also, with the Zing deck, you could play the Zephyra and Odd Eyes engine as well to make it more speed as well, make it more faster as is. So that's why I think Zings are going to be the 5th best deck of this format, and yeah. So number 5 is Zings. Now let's move on to number 4. So number 4 is Burning Abyss. Now, why Burning Abyss? Well, on this recent ban list, Burning Abyss will hit like 2 cards, Beatrice and Seer. Now, sorry, losing 1 Seer does nothing to the deck really, because they can steal Dante's Seer loop, which is a very big problem in the deck. Because just being able to consistently summon a Dante, then a Seer, then a Dante, then a Seer, is just very stupid. And I believe even with that, it's a very stupid thing in general. So that's one of the main reasons why it's the 4th best deck. Also, hitting Beatrice to 1 doesn't really do anything to the deck other than stop them from being able to make like triple Beatrice in a duel, which is they didn't really need to begin with, because 1 Beatrice was always enough to win them the game most of the time. The next reason is because of the Phantom Knight engine. Even though they've lost their 1 Seer, they can still move on to the Phantom Knight engine, being able to make multiple rank 3s per turn still, with stuff like Leviair, Breaksword, and other things like that. And also then putting the Phantom Knight engine, which will probably boost the Phantom Knight variant, the PK Fire variant, is going to make Burning Abyss the 4th best deck very easily. Because they can bust out a triple Dante very easily with Leviair and all these other cards very easily. And just being able to do that is just very stupid in general. So the Fountainite engine is another reason why the deck is going to be very good. The next reason is because of the free Terratop. Now, Terratop is an amazing card in a rank 3 base deck, purely because you can just summon Terratop from your hand and then search a Tape-Tom Borg to summon that. So being able to just do that and make a Dante very easily is very stupid in the deck as well. So that's also going to add to the reason why it's the third best deck. And next is because Dante wasn't limited. It's still up free and is a very good deck card still. So that's another reason. And the final reason is free Allure of Darkness. Now, with the loss of Seer, free Allure of Darkness is going to make the deck very good, because it means you're going to be able to consistently dig through your deck as fast as possible. Sure, you're banishing maybe one of you, like max 3 of your dark monsters, but it doesn't really matter, because with the Allure, you're going to be deck thinning to an extent where you won't really care. And because of the loss of Seer, then the Burning Abyss deck in general, the pure version, will probably have to go to... With free Allure, the Burning Abyss deck is probably going to go to more of a trap-heavy based variant, which is probably what's going to happen with the deck. So, yeah, with a more trap-based variant, they're going to be running free Allure, banishing some of their dark monsters without caring, so they can get to stuff like Anti-Spell and other things very quickly, because the deck is actually able to run Floodgates very easily. So that's why Burning Abyss is the 4th best deck in my opinion. So for Burning Abyss at number 4, let's move on to the next one. So, number 3. Number 3 is Pendulums. Any Pendulum deck in general, really. The first main reason is Metal Foes. Now, Metal Foes are a very good Pendulum deck. Even on their own, they can still be a hard standstill deck. And the Metal Foes deck, even with the loss of Kieran, and if you did play E-Tele, the emergency teleport at 1, it doesn't really matter, because with Metal Foes you really don't care, because the deck is a very fast-paced deck. It still plays the free Gopher, it still plays Metal Foes Fusion, it still plays 3 of each Metal Foes, and not just that, you run the free Bambuku still, so you can still get to the Kirin, and you only really need 1 Kirin to win the game. So the Metal Foes Pendulum deck in general is really good. Also, Metal Foes as an engine in general is also an amazing thing as well, because you can run Metal Foes with the Performer Power and Draco Power engine, which is very good, because Pendulums, sure, they've lost their 1 monkey board, but they don't really care about that, because they can still run stuff like Magical Conductor, which is still a very good card. And it doesn't really matter, because they also still have the Draco engine, bringing really fast consistency to the deck, with stuff like Luster. Being able to make Ignister is still a key thing as well in the deck. And the Draco power and the Draco engine is just amazing in general. So even with the loss of Monkey Board, Pendulums will still be the 3rd best deck no matter what, because they still have great consistency. They have the new Metal Foes one, which is going to get more support in Invasion of Vengeance or Invasion of Vengeance, Venom. One of those 2 names, with the new Tiramisu Metal Foes, and the level 1 plus El Shadow Fusion Metal Foes cards, which are very good cards as well. So the deck is still going to be a very good deck through this format. And even if you want to play Performer Power still, or Draco Power variant, it's still very good because of cards like Magical Abductor, Sorcerer is still up free, you still got free Sky Iris. The deck has slowed down slightly because of Monkey Board, but the deck really doesn't matter because, does matter, but it doesn't care because it can still bust out big boards very easily. So that's why Pendulums are number 3, because they've got the Metal Foes, Performer Power, and Draco engines, and they're one of the most consistent decks in the game. So that is why Pendulums are at number 3. So let's go on to number 2. So number 2 is Blue Eyes. Now, Blue Eyes is a pretty obvious choice for number 2. It's got the first reason for it being pretty obvious is it's got the best draw power in the game. It can run a free trade-in, it can run free Pot of Desires, and it can run like 2-to-1 Card of Consonance, which is a massive amount of draw power in the game. And draw power is everything, because just being able to draw all these cards is a very good key for the deck. And being a big draw power is always really good, especially when they summon big monsters out of their arse. Like, seriously. You could be like, oh, trade in, discard a Blue Eyes White Dragon, then draw into a Dragon's Revival. A Gospel. Then you can just use the Gospel and then bring back the Blue Eyes. Plus, that Gospel is there for protection. So, with a Gospel, you're able to protect your monster and have a monster reborn, which is another reason why Blue Eyes are going to be one of the best decks. Well, the second best deck. And just with big monsters, draw power, and being able to protect your big monsters, it's also a very good thing as well. Also with the fact that you can make Spirit Dragon, which is a very, very powerful card. It's a floodgate for the Burning Abyss deck, seeing as you can negate effects in the graveyard. It's a floodgate for Pendulum decks, because you can only Pendulum summon one monster per turn with it. And in general, you can just swap it out for an Azure Eyes White Dragon, or you can make Crystal Wing with it, which is another factor in the Blue Eyes deck. It can make things like Crystal Wing, and other things like that. It can also make Doesn't Matter Dragon, meaning Dark Matter Dragon. It can make Galaxy Cypher Dragon, which is literally, oh, I Big Eye your monster, then make your monster into a Full Armor Dragon, as long as it's an Xyz monster, of course. But that's the point. The deck is still a very powerful deck, and with these cards, the Blue Eyes deck is definitely going to be the second best deck. And now, so Blue Eyes are number 2. Let's move on to number 1. Now, number 1 is ABCs. Now, ABCs are going to be the best deck this format, no matter what you say. With this deck, it is a very powerful deck, purely because it is a rank 4 base deck that can bring rank 4s out of its arse with no problem. It can run the gold and silver gadgets, which help the rank 4 engine, and just go ham. ABC Dragon Buster Cannon is another reason, because that card is legit. Oh, I banish any card you have. I can summon it from banishing monsters from my graveyard, which is why it's a very good rank 4 deck. And I can also tribute myself to summon 3 monsters from the banish zone, which is just amazing, I might add, because of those 3 effects alone are so stupid. It's a Contact Fusion from the graveyard. It's able to banish cards, and it's able to tribute itself to summon 3 monsters back, which is very stupid in this game. And another thing, you've also got Union Hanger, which allows you to put Union monsters from your deck onto a Union monster. You can search with it, with any ABC you want with it, making consistency in the deck. And you can run stuff like Photon Thrasher as well, which also help you get more rank 4 presence. And also this deck can run Pot of Desires with no problems whatsoever. So this deck is one of the fastest decks in the format, and it will be the best deck at number 1. So, guys, tell me what you think of these decks. Do you think these decks are in the right order? Do you think they're in a different order? Tell me in the comment section below. And yeah, guys, these are what I think the top 5 best decks of the format will be. And I hope you guys agree with me. So yeah, tell me what you think of this list in the comment section below. Do you think these are the top 5 decks of the format? And as always, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.